A dog will bark for different reasons in different situations. To prevent your dog from barking excessively, you need to find out what is causing this nuisance barking before you can treat it. AnimalWised explains how it's done. Reasons for nuisance barking. Barking is a natural and important form of canine communication. Nuisance barking is due to various reasons which indicate a problem with a dog. The most common are stress, excessive loneliness, separation anxiety, poor socialization, hyperactivity, frustration, territoriality, phobias, or physical health problems, among others. Our first info video shares the reasons why dogs bark in more detail. If we're not sure of the cause of our dog's barking, we should ideally go to a professional to guide and help us. Here are some tips that promote the well-being of our dog and prevent them from barking. These guidelines are commonly used in dogs with serious stress problems, so their objective is to achieve calmness and more balanced behaviours. Relax them. Promote tranquility and relaxation of the dog both at home and outside. Massages, petting and tasty treats are good incentives for them to understand why you don't want them to bark. Don't scold them. Many people often scold a dog when they bark and may even use physical violence in an attempt to stop this behaviour. This type of attitude will only worsen the behaviour of the animal, compounding stress and promoting fear. Discover the 5 most common mistakes when scolding a dog in the next info video we share. Remove stress. Dogs with serious stress problems will benefit from activities such as exercise and playing with interactive toys. Don't forget it takes approximately 21 days for a dog to completely eliminate accumulated stress from the body. You must be very patient and loving to try to improve their situation. Stressed dogs should not be subjected to punishment, direct exposure to their fears, or intensive training. Transmit an attitude of tranquility. If your dog barks in the street when they meet other dogs, try not to pull up the leash as the dog notices the tension. Instead, continue with the walk as if nothing had happened. Our calm and firm attitude will transmit to the dog. Teach them tricks to keep them entertained. We can also try to distract them with treats when the stimulus that causes their barking appears. Asking them to sit and do tricks while you give treats is a good way to turn things round. Avoid places that cause stress. If we can't distract them in very stressful situations, we should leave as soon as possible. When the dog encounters something that causes fear or serious insecurity, their stress levels increase, and this is counterproductive to treating the problem. Walk them at quiet times. Try to walk them at quiet times to prevent stressful situations. Once you see improvements, you can try to walk them in places or times with more activity. This point is very important and helps enormously to encourage the dog's peacefulness. Ideally, you should allow your dog to sniff as much as they want. Do not force them to interact. Don't force contact or interaction with other dogs or people if they don't want it. Allow them to do so when they're ready. Forcing a fearful dog to interact can have very negative repercussions on the animal and even cause aggression and extreme fears. Practice new activities with them. Use tracking games as a relaxation and fun technique. It's a good way to improve the well-being of our dog. In addition, practicing different activities will help remove their perceived need to bark. Never force anything. Following all these guidelines consistently will incrementally help your dog to be more calm. You must be constant and keep everything positive. You won't get anything out of forcing your dog to do something they don't want to do. Likewise, we should never use choke or shock collars. Remember that each dog is an individual and these tips may not always work the same for them all. If your situation is really serious, it's advised to go to a specialist. If you want to continue learning about dog behaviour, don't miss the playlist we share here. Does your dog bark a lot? Let us know about it by leaving a comment, and we'll see you next time.